Tropical Storm Chantal has ignited a wave of urgent concern and escalating panic along the southeastern coast of the United States as its intensifying impact pushes communities into high alert, with extended tropical storm warnings now stretching up to Surf City, North Carolina, signaling a dangerous escalation in the storm's threat profile. According to the National Hurricane Center, Chantal swirling ominously just offshore, with maximum sustained winds reaching up to 50 miles per hour and crawling north at a sluggish but menacing pace of 8 miles per hour, currently hovers approximately 95 miles southeast of Charleston, South Carolina. Its proximity posing an immediate danger to coastal populations who now find themselves directly in the crosshairs of this volatile and fast-evolving weather system, as scattered showers and intensifying thunderstorms from its outer bands have already begun hammering vulnerable sections of the South and North Carolina coastline by Saturday evening, unleashing a preview of the devastation that may lie ahead, with rapidly deteriorating conditions expected to escalate overnight and into early Sunday as the storm edges closer to a likely landfall before sunrise, where the full fury of Chantal's core could unleash its destructive payload on homes, businesses, infrastructure, and emergency response systems, all while residents are urged to shelter in place or evacuate if instructed by local authorities. Since tropical storm conditions are anticipated to begin battering the region from South Santee River to Surf City by Saturday evening under an active tropical storm warning, while regions south of the South Santee River to Edisto Beach remain under a tropical storm watch, bracing for potential impact later Saturday. The critical threat now extends beyond just strong winds and heavy rains, as this powerful system is projected to dump between 2 and 4 inches of relentless rainfall across the coastal Carolinas through Monday, with isolated pockets receiving up to 6 inches, elevating the risk of flash flooding, roadway washouts, and urban inundation to critical levels, especially in low-lying and poorly drained areas where emergency services may be overwhelmed. Meteorologists also warn of a storm surge threat, though considered minor in scale between 1 to 3 feet, that nonetheless can cause destructive flooding along low-lying coastal zones and barrier islands, especially when paired with high tide. While the storm's churning fury is generating life-threatening surf and rip currents that stretch far beyond the Carolinas, with warnings in effect from northeastern Florida through the mid-Atlantic states, placing swimmers, surfers, and coastal visitors in serious jeopardy over the next several days. Authorities continue to emphasize the importance of heeding all warnings and advisories, as seemingly moderate storm categories can escalate swiftly into deadly events. And while Chantal is not expected to dramatically intensify before making landfall, its potential for widespread damage remains formidable, particularly when factoring in saturated grounds, vulnerable shorelines, and population centers that may have limited preparation time. This marks the third named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, with the National Hurricane Center noting that such storms typically form around August 3rd, making Chantal an ominous signal of potentially more frequent and earlier season cyclonic activity driven by warming ocean temperatures and changing global weather patterns that experts warn may continue to produce increasingly severe and unpredictable storm behavior. With emergency officials across both Carolinas ramping up response plans, activating shelters, coordinating evacuation routes, and issuing sandbag distributions, residents are strongly advised to finalize emergency kits, secure outdoor items, check on vulnerable neighbors, and remain glued to official weather channels and local alerts as the hours tick down toward landfall, which could bring extended power outages, fallen trees, closed roadways, and critical disruptions to essential services, especially if inland flooding becomes widespread. The threat from Tropical Storm Chantal is not just a weather event, it is a full-scale coastal emergency in motion, a stark reminder of how quickly nature can reclaim the peace of a summer weekend and replace it with chaos. And as authorities deploy resources and communities brace for impact, the nation watches, once again reminded that the Atlantic hurricane season is here, and with it, the chilling unpredictability of storms like Chantal, where every hour counts, every warning matters, and every decision could be the difference between safety and disaster.